Good evening, Fort Thomas community, and thank you so much for tuning in. We want to give you some of the latest updates in our state and then also focus on some of the things that we are doing in the Fort Thomas school districts to make sure that school can be as usual as possible. First of all, it is vitally important that we don't have social gatherings. Almost all of us are applying this idea of making sure that we stay at home. We only go out if we're walking or we're outside, or we go to a shop because we have to, or we keep that 6-foot distance. I know I was walking with my family on Sunday and it was awesome because all of the people who were walking would either move out of the way or we'd move out of the way to make sure that we have that. However, we have had reports that there are people who are congregating, whether they be teens or families that are outside of their family having gatherings. We really can't do that. There are so many people who are sacrificing right now. Our healthcare workers are sacrificing, and we've got to make sure that we put a limit on these things. You may have noticed that the playgrounds around our community are shut off. We are putting tape and locks and all those kinds of things around our playgrounds and our fields to make sure that you aren't coming into those. We really didn't want to have to do that, but unfortunately some people aren't following the rules and the guidelines. So please, there are so many wonderful things that you can do with your family, that you can do in your backyard, on our sidewalks, going to shops when you absolutely have to, or when you would like to do a takeout or carry out, but please don't socially gather. So that's my real message tonight. And we also want to make sure that you understand what the Fort Thomas Independent Schools are doing to make sure that every single student is served, making sure that we educate every single student. We love all of our kids, and it is important that we do as much as we possibly can for every single student. And so here is our Director of Special Education, Sommer Rosa, Mrs. Sommer Rosa, to tell us a little bit about this and to give you a sneak peek into what some of our students are doing. Thank you.
Good evening, Fort Thomas Independent Schools community. It is such a pleasure to address you and be able to share some highlights of all of the wonderful work being done by our teachers, staff, students, and families during these non-traditional instruction days. As you know, we do have quite the diverse population of learners in our community, and it's great to see everyone coming together, even if it is from at least 6 feet apart, to ensure the growth and success of all of our students. We continue to have an obligation to not only meet the needs of our more traditional learners, but also those with unique needs that may require some additional support. So our team of amazing special education teachers and related service providers from preschool all the way through high school are continuing to meet with and engage with students through a variety of media platforms. Some examples of those are Microsoft Teams, Schoology, Seesaw, email, Flipgrid, text message, Twitter, and even the traditional phone calls. Teachers are also using varied instructional techniques and resources such as video modeling, modified assignments, Google Slides, guided reading, read aloud, daily speech and language practice activities, the expanding expression tool, smart interactive tasks called boom cards, and really, I could go on and on. All of these things they're doing to address the individual goals and provide ongoing support to all of our students. Prior to the governor's stay-at-home message, teachers were even delivering materials and made connections in person with their students. Instructional assistants are calling students to assist them with classwork or making comments on submitted assignments so that students can learn from this experience and receive proper feedback on their progress. Related service providers are sending home ideas and posting on social media many different ways to embed fine motor, visual motor, gross motor, and sensory activities into daily learning. All of these ongoing connections have yielded incredible products of the continued learning activities that are taking place on a daily basis. Whether it's activities of daily living, letter identification and counting skills, communication and social skills, or just overall academic enrichment, Our students are continuing to learn and grow each day, and we are so proud of you. Thank you to all of the families who've supported the teachers and their students. Please know that we're here for you as well. And if there's any time when you need more from us, don't hesitate to reach out. We want to ensure that everyone remains happy and healthy and encouraged through this process. Have a great night and keep up the good work.